Welcome. Let's put it in the ether. Women are their own oppressor, right? What do I mean by that? Some of the stuff that thing that women do, they don't realize it, but they're causing harm to themselves. They're inflicting their own chaos. They're inflicting their own damages on themselves without them even knowing. Like for instance, divorce. All right, divorce. Cheating. Right. Betraying their partners. All right. All these stuff that I mentioned, it does not do any service to women, and yet they're the one who initiate all these problems. Most women don't understand them that they're their own worst enemy. It's not their spouse. It's not people around them. It's themselves. All right. I'm not saying this to bash on women, but they have to realize that some of the stuff that holding them back are themselves. Right, and they have to understand that. Right, divorces. That's inflicting damage to yourself. Right, you're damage yourself physically. Right, by putting yourself in a vulnerable position, not having a mate. Right, to protect yourself, to protect you. I mean, right, you damage your family. You put yourself in this emotional damages. Right, all for what? By you thinking that you'll have more freedom if you divorce your family? No, you most likely put yourself in the most miserable position. Make situation more miserable for yourself, causing chaos for yourself, causing more trauma. All right, that's one thing. One thing I have to say when they're own oppressors, right? And not only that, they tend to start arguments with their significant others for no reasons, right? For no reason, because like I said in my other video, they love chaos in their life. They're an agent of chaos. They love chaos because in their head they love this excitement. Because what's more excitement than not knowing what's going on? That not knowing what's going on is a definition of chaos. You don't know what's going to happen. Anything could happen. Anything could be destructive, right? They're their own oppressor without them even knowing. Right? They destroy their own body by having surgeries, right? Not knowing the consequences of it does to your body, the harm, the long-term effect of it. Tattoos, right? Not understanding that tattoos have consequences, and they don't understand that most of their tattoos are just trends, and trends die out. Right? Tattoos to them, I think tattoos to them are more like trends. It's not anything significant like men do have tattoos. The reason why men have tattoos is because it's through a brotherhood, through this kind of thing he going around in his life, through a bonding with other men, right? Like tribal tattoos. Those are symbolic of warriors, characteristics. Those are symbols of a strong male figure that an obstacle that he conquered throughout his tribe, right? That's the thing with tribal tattoos. Not only that, prison tattoos. Those are representative of what kind of man he is to show other men don't mess with him. Right? Right? Those are some of the things that the reason why men have tattoos. But no, when it comes to women, they just get tattoos because for the heck of getting it for style, for trends. Right? First is the tramp stamp. Right? Then is a chest tattoo. Then the whole sleeve. Right? Having all these pictures, all these insignia that have no significant meanings. Alright? They have men's name and all. Like, why are you having all these tattoos? Alright? The men tattoos are battle wounds. Alright? They have significant meanings to them. That's why men have it. But for the most part, women tattoos, I'm not saying all of them, right? Sometimes women get tattoos in honor of somebody they love, in honor of somebody in their family, right? They get tattoos, but the majority of their tattoo choices have no significant meaning. Some of them have okay, you like Star Wars, and you have the Star Wars tattoo, okay? But what's significant meaning of Star Wars or flowers or all these random things or all these crazy insignificant tattoos? Cartoon figures, Pokemon, they have tattoos on all these things. Like, okay, right? Yeah, you like Star Wars. What significant attribute does it have? Would you like Pokemon? Why is it significant? Right? Some of their reasons it doesn't make any sense. Right? It's purely about trend, and they not like that. They do this tattoo. They don't understand they don't understand that it causes a long-term effect on them, of regrets, resentment from getting these tattoos after the fact they got them. What are these tattoos gonna look like when they're 50s and 60 years old? right? It's gonna build regrets. This is why I say that they're their own oppressor. They're oppressing themselves by doing all these choices, not think about the consequences, right? They're damaging themselves, right? They put themselves in a vulnerable position in life. This is why the majority of them are not happy. Most of them are not happy in life. They don't know how to resolve their issues. They're not willing to listen to people. They're not listening to themselves. The thing they're saying, right? Their action causes them to be in that stage, right? Their actions, they don't understand. They don't want responsibility for their actions. Sometimes you have to take responsibility for your actions, right? They're oppressing themselves. They like to say men are oppressing. Men don't want, men are leaving the plantations. We're not dealing with this no more, right? The reason why they're so miserable because guys aren't asking them. Gee, you ever wonder why guys are not asking you? Right? Maybe it's your behavior. Look yourself in the mirror sometime. Right? Have you ever wondered why men are not going after you anymore? Right? They're oppressing themselves. Right? They want all these laws, not realizing the effect that it happens on them. Right? They want more special treatment, not realizing when you do all these stuff, you're just totally drawing men away from you. They say they don't need a man, right? Next thing you know, it backfired them, and not realizing in some stuff, some event, they do need a man. What happened during they don't need a man, right? But what happened during a scary situation like a breaking and entering, a robbery, all right? And or something they can't defend off, right? What if the intruder are bigger than them? How would they take them out? Right? Sure, you can learn self-defense, right? But how are you quick to respond? How efficient are you? Right? Sure, you can have a firearm, but how proficient are you with that firearm when you're in a stressful situation? When you're in a stressful situation, how can you think? Right? How can you function? How can you make decisions? Right? Their mind doesn't process well under stress. Right? When it comes to stressful moment, they can't perform up to that point. They what's that word I'm trying to look for? I don't want to say fail. They crack under pressure. This is why it's a I don't want to hate on them. I'm not hating on them. I'm just pointing out. I'm pointing out situation. I'm pointing out thing I know that they usually fail under pressures. This is why they make horrible leaders when it comes to making decisions. All right. I'm not saying this to put you down, but you can't. You have to recognize things. What's going on in the world? Right? When it comes down to it, guys perform better under pressure because they have to think responsibly. They have to be logic. When you think logically, you're more easily making the right decisions. Right? When your mind is not clouded with judgment, when your mind is not clouded with all these emotion in their head, it's easier for you to make decisions. It's easier for you to make quick responses. This is why guys take charge better than it is for women. I'm not saying to bash on women. This is not hate speech. I'm not trying to hate on women. Right? This is the psychology of it. Right? But at the end of the day, they need to realize sometimes the things they do is upon themselves. The harmful thing that they do is harm themselves. Like cutting. Right? A lot of women are cutters. Alright? They don't understand. They say they like the pain or you're doing more damage to yourself, right? I mean, yeah, you like the pain, but now you're leaving scars on yourself. Right? Now you're signaling yourself that you are mentally unstable. Right? Now you change your bodies, doing all this stuff, getting surgery, cosmetic surgery, not realizing you're doing all this harm to yourself. Right? There's nothing wrong with you. Accept yourself for who you are. You don't have to do all these changes to yourself. Right? Because it's going to lead to regret and resentments. Right? But at the end of the day, yeah, that's my point. I mean, this is what I'm saying when they're their own oppressor. They create problem themselves and try to blame it on other people when in actuality, they created the problem. Right? They break up the relationship thinking the grass is greener on the other side. Right? You already have a husband to find another husband. Right? cherish what you have. A lot of women out there would be fortunate to be in a relationship, to have your relationship. You already find a husband, right? You already find somebody who protect you. And what do? You break up their marriage, break up that relationship by filing for divorce, causing more infliction on yourself. But that's all I gotta say. If I'm missing something, leave a comment below. Like, share, subscribe, and as always, peace and blessings.